Yo, what is going on, guys? Clutch back again with another video and the first video of EAFC 24. I am so excited to get started with the game. I've been playing it a bit, getting used to it, figuring out some stuff, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a settings video. Now, this is going to be all the best settings to use. Obviously, there are a load of new settings, the best camera to use. I'm going to walk you guys through all of it. So when you can load into your first game of EAFC 24, you'll be ready to play and ready to go. Yeah, I'm super excited. I've been waiting for this game for ages. So let's get straight into it. Like I said, I am very excited to show you guys what we have, what we don't, what we should and shouldn't be using. I keep clicking the wrong buttons because it's still getting used to the menu. So sorry if it takes me a little while. So preset, I've obviously gotten custom. I'm not going to be using anyone else's preset. Again, auto shots, assisted headers. These are the kind of things. The only thing that I've changed here is assisted headers. Like, you can have it on or off. For me, if I'm honest, I'm an absolute idiot at times, and I kind of forget that headers weren't assisted, and I used to like just whack headers everywhere. But at the moment, I've got them on assisted, and I think assisted will be best for a lot of you guys who are still trying to get used to the game. And you know, heading can be a bit hard when it's on just full manual. So I think assisted headers is the right way to go. Shot assistance is obviously just on assisted as usual. Time finishing is on, guys. Okay, time finishing is good. It's been good for the last couple of years. People need to be using it. It's obviously just double tapping that B button to time it. It is 100% worth using, so make sure you guys are using time finishing, alright guys? But it is really, really good, so make sure you got it on. Auto flare pass is off. We do not want that at all. And all of these will just be on assisted. Nothing too crazy there. Pass receiver lock I have on late. I don't like some of the other options. Really, late for me is the best option. It just, the timing feels right. On animation start and power up, it just feels wrong. I don't know how else to really explain it. Pass receiver lock is obviously when you press the button and when you aim where to pass it. It basically is the timing for when the lock happens. So late for me is 100% the best one. Precision pass sensitivity. Now you can have it on fucking normal or high. For me, high is definitely the best one. It basically, you know, it passes it where you aim to pass it. I don't know why personally people would have it on normal. It just makes it less responsive and slower. So make sure you definitely change that to high, because I believe they do have it on normal when you first load into the game. So make sure you change that for sure. Obviously, auto clearance is off. Clearance assistance is on directional. Jockeying is manual. For me, that's just the best way to do it. You have the most control over the game. If you want to put it on assisted, it's up to you. For me, I just personally don't think it's the right way to go about it. Now, one of the new settings is the defending, so you can either go tactical, advanced, or legacy. Defending is basically where, like, tactical defending is basically where you have basically, like, you choose, but there is some sort of help in terms of press B and it'll basically tackle what you want to tackle. Whereas some of the other ones, like advanced defending, in my opinion, is too manual. Basically, the buttons you press basically determine like very specific parts of how you tackle the ball, which I think for a lot of you guys just would be a bit too overwhelming and a bit too much to remember. And for me, I just think tactical is the best way to go about it. Legacy is literally like just bot defending, like you literally just run at them and hope the game tackles by holding A. It's kind of what the old FIFA 13, FIFA 14 defending used to be. No good in my opinion. I think you guys should be running tactical defending. So I would do that. Pass block assistance, just on. It's just one of them where basically it just helps you like intercept passes and stuff. I wouldn't turn it off. I would keep it on. So yeah. Auto switching is only on air balls. Obviously that stays on high. Now this is something that some people, the game will put it on adaptive. Okay guys, please take it off. Put it on classic. Adaptive is horrific. Classic literally allows it so when you do a right stick switch, it goes exactly where you're aiming it. There isn't the weird like lag it feels like almost with adaptive like switching, which I personally just really don't like. I'm just really not a fan personally. So I would definitely say you guys need to be on classic switching, and also have it on player relative. Don't have it on ball relative. Player relative means that it will switch to the player that you have flicked towards. Compared to when with ball relative, it'll basically like flick it towards the player that's closest to the ball in that direction. I'm not a fan. Now you can switch a right stick switching sensitivity. For me, I don't want it too high or too low. I just want it to feel relatively similar to what it did last year. Now they started on 4. I personally bumped it up to 6 just to give myself a bit more of a snappiness, and it feels a lot more like what last year's felt. I haven't tried 10 and stuff like that. That's something I'm going to experiment with, but I wanted to get these out for you guys as soon as possible, so you guys basically had like the most time to kind of get ready and be ready for these. So I will test and play around with 10 and the really high ones, but for me 6 is the closest I've found so far to being as close to last year. Next player switching, again I'll just keep that on classic. Player lock on, icon switching on. Dribbling, I don't like having contextual dribbling on, so I turn that off. It's basically when the game basically kind of like dribbles for you in one-on-one situations, whereas for me, I like to have control over that. I'd like to back myself to dribble past the player. All but dribbling is basically a new thing where if you hold LB and LT, you can move the left stick, like the left stick, and they kind of move around the ball without touching the ball. I will keep it on just because I think it's something to experiment with as the year goes. But yeah, it's definitely a new one for me. Something I still need to really experiment and try. But I will definitely still keep it on. Save assistance obviously on keeper, and then analog sprint is off. Do not have analog sprint on. It is the worst thing you can do. It just makes your players slower unless you hold down the right stick fully the whole time. Have it off, and your players will run at full speed when they are meant to run. Now the last settings I will go through with you guys is my camera settings. Now for me, I have a custom camera setting. So I basically put all of them on tele broadcast. I then have it on custom for the custom camera settings. And then I have 20 height, 0 zoom. It's basically a nice middle ground between tele broadcast and co-op. So it's quite zoomed out, but the camera angle is a lot better and it's on tele broadcast. So yeah, guys, it's what I feel comfortable with. Hopefully you guys enjoy these settings, and let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you haven't already, drop a like, drop a comment. I'm going to be uploading 3 times a day. Okay, guys, so you're going to be getting a shitload of content from me. Apologise for the swearing. Yeah, you're going to be getting a lot of content from me. And I'm super, super excited for the new game. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.